Family, we are back. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate everybody that interacts with the channel. Real talk. I always try to meet y'all in the comments section, and that's on everything. Anyways, thanks for being here. I want to discuss a situation that I previously made a video about, but I was sitting at home yesterday, and I'm just sitting here like, man, it's too much that ain't right about this situation. Well, I'm not going to even say it's not right. I'm just going to say it doesn't add up to me. But we're going to review and react to a few clips and just see what we can find out. Yeah. Anyways, I hope everybody's having a good Tuesday. Check on your people. Let them know you love them. And let's get to it.
Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, yeah, once I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh, for sure it's about to go up. Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, yeah, once I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh, for sure it's about to go up. Roll my blunt and pass my lighter.
All right, now what I want to discuss with you guys is this situation with Lil Jon. The numbers around it are very, very, very interesting, but the lack of information at this point is even more interesting. I know it just happened where they just found homie on the 6th, I want to say. Wow, that made me think of soap. We just had an award. Listen, my mind is going everywhere. Anyways, it makes me think of a lot. And when I say that, I want to include this information here up on the screen. Now, this is Milton Police Department. They want to know more about your videos, your doorbell videos. The Milton Police is implementing a voluntary program to encourage Milton residents to register locations of personal security cameras to help Milton officers solve crimes. That's interesting. Now, Milton Police Department has begun Operation Scram, Security Camera Registry and Mapping, as a way to help them fight crime. They're asking residents and businesses to register the location of the security camera or doorbell camera on their property. Police are hoping this measure will allow them to solve more crimes. Now let's get to some of these clips that we're going to review and react to. I was thinking about doing some street view type Google Maps footage type stuff, but I'm not sure. I found the exact location where Lil Bro lived. I found the bodies of water, but I also found doorbell cams, property cameras. We need to see some footage. And the reason I say that, because I feel like they're going to try to feed us anything, because I feel like this situation is way more deep than we all know. What could make this man run out of his house in the state they said he was in at 6 a.m.? How do they know it was 6 a.m.? Was it recorded by a camera? Anyway, I might do that a little later. Let's get to these clips.
Lil Jon, born Jonathan H. Smith, married his wife Nicole Smith, and they had their first son by the name of Nathan in '98. Very young, Nathan would gravitate to music, following in his father's footsteps. Nathan's mother described him as polite, passionate, and warm-hearted. He was serious about his craft and received his degree from New York University in May of 2020 after studying at the Clive Davis Institute of Recorded Music. Nathan went by the stage name DJ Young Slade and would join his father on stage several times throughout his life, also doing performances on his own, eager to make a name for himself like his father. Unfortunately, we don't know what goes on in these people's personal lives, and when it comes to Nathan, he was reported missing on February 3rd after being seen leaving his Milton home, only to be found 3 days later in a Georgia Park pond in Milton near the family's home. Local police department cites no foul play, but it's definitely a pretty strange situation. Looking at the missing persons report from the Milton Police Department, the photos used show a version of Nathan that doesn't appear to be in the best state, at least compared to previous photos you could see online. It also mentions that he was seen running from his home, so you have to wonder, what was he running from?
Now, if you're seen at 6 in the morning running from your home, it has to be a neighbor that knows your posture and all of that stuff, or it has to be a damn camera. Period. There are so many beautiful, nice houses in this area. And when I lived in Atlanta for a while, off Gresham and all that stuff, it was a really nice neighborhood, but everybody had doorbell cams. Everybody had doorbell cams down there. Almost every house in our cul-de-sac had a doorbell camera. They were newly, freshly built houses, y'all. And because I said it was off of the Gresham Road area, it's a great neighborhood, but it's still in the mix of things. They had to have some camera footage. They had to. The numerology ran out at 6 on the 3rd, found 3 days later on a 6th, or hold on, he left on a 6th or 6th or something like that. It's too many 3s and 6s. That's what I'm saying. Period. It's too many 3s and 6s. Now, it was somebody in the comments that was speaking about a firstborn and this and that and how he got a new family. And that really stood out to me, too. And it made me think of a musician dude, 50. Yeah. And how he treats his firstborn. And I think that's just to protect that little dude. I really do. But once again, I'm not saying what we're going through or what I'm saying is law, facts, or whatever. It's just my speculation. It's my opinion. Period. Now, in this next clip, bro's going to get into some more numerology about the situation. Watch how it all adds up and wait till he gets to the month of February, y'all, and why it's the shortest month and what the numbers correlate to. Check this out.
Without further ado, let's get into the numbers and see what we can find and if anything stands out. And spoiler alert, something almost always does. The first thing I noticed was that his son died at 27, a number tied to death, particularly from the infamous 27 Club. Plus, in gematria, the word ritual equates to 27, and so does Lil Jon, the father of Nathan Smith. Speaking of the number 27, notice that when you spell it out, his age of death, it equates to 46, matching his name and the word sacrifice, a number we'll touch on in just a second. As I mentioned earlier, a long career in Hollywood must come with sacrifice, and the sacrifice comes in many shapes and forms, but one of the harshest is when it's someone close to the entertainer that's gotta go. Sometimes it happens early in their career, other times later, but it's always waiting around the corner, and it's almost always by the numbers. Notice Nathan Smith and Sacrifice are a 3-for-3 match in the 4-base ciphers. The number 62 also aligns with Faustian bargain, and that's exactly what I'm alluding to as part of Lil Jon's deal for sustained relevancy in the music business. Plus, Nathan was found deceased on a date that can also be written as 6/2 like the number 62. He was living and died in Milton, Georgia, which equates to 206, and numerology, zeros are null, leaving us with the number 26, matching how we would write the date in North America that he died as 2/6. Note Milton, Georgia and ritual sacrifice both equate to 73 in the reduction cipher. The news of Lil Jon's dead son broke on 2/6, which is the 37th day of the year, aligning with dead son in Georgia where he was found. The news also broke 20 days after Lil Jon's recent birthday. The word death equates to 20 in the reduction cipher. We know that he was found dead in a pond. You can see that Nathan, pond, and dead all equate to 22 in the reduction ciphers by no coincidence.
Come on, man. Those numbers, you cannot get away from the numbers, y'all. You cannot get away from the numbers at all. And when I first seen this story and I seen that picture that was circulating, I'm sitting there like, man, somebody's trying to paint a narrative. That's all I thought. Somebody's trying to paint a narrative. This dude had graduation pictures from a college in New York, the Clive Davis. Come on, man. He had so many pictures that were way more presentable than the one with him looking like no eyebrows and no hair. Why even put that out there if your child is missing? You would want them to have one of the most respectful looking pictures. All too often, our people, our community, we get mad at the news and all of this stuff because of pictures they use of us in certain scenarios. Like, dang, I ain't even get in trouble, but why are you using that picture? That was from 4 years ago when I had got in trouble for this and that. Who made that missing persons flyer? Who sent in the photos? Check out this next clip.
Now we have Lil Jon instead losing his son during Black History Month, and if you know anything about gematria and the month of February, it's totally coded in shaming numbers, something I dive into heavily on this older video of mine, which I strongly suggest watching. But basically what I'm getting at is that February, the month dedicated to Black history and just happens to be the shortest month in the year, was undoubtedly done on purpose as a form of hidden mockery. Notice words like slavery, February all equate to 42, and February ends on the 59th day of the year, matching with shortest month, Negro, and slave. It's an extremely coded month, and I've noticed that Black entertainers tend to have bad things happen to them around this time of year. Notice Crunk equates to 42, and the father of Crunk loses his son in February. When I reflect on the influence crunk music had on an era, it mainly encouraged exactly what those who run the industry and those who run the world would want. A bunch of young party animals spending their nights at clubs, getting into nonsensical behavior, all for the sake of having a good time. Look, I'm not trying to shit on him or the genre. I still bop my head when I hear these tracks come on, but I'm just looking at the bigger picture here.
Come on, y'all. February is the mockery month. Humiliation month. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I would always say anywhere from August to August. No, I would always say August to, what is it? August to about November. I would call that harvest season. But these last 2 years, and especially this year, I've noticed some really embarrassing things happening this month. And it's like they're laying it on thick. And it made me really wonder, what are they trying to take our attention from? What are they really trying to take our attention from with this month? Why do we got the shortest month? Why can't we switch months and get us at least a 30-day month? Like, real talk. But it brings me here to this last clip. Lil Jon's spiritual journey. Come on, man. Why does this man have soul chakra on his shirt? Why not just have soul chakra? Why do you got it 3 times? What was the catalyst for this change? Check this out.
Just to quickly point out, his new brand, Soul Chakra, equates to 37, matching the day of the year his son was found dead, and it has a 62 connection linking with the word sacrifice and Nathan Smith, which definitely makes me wonder if it's tied to his new venture as well. And when it comes to this Faustian bargain, it's all give and take, and sometimes after entertainers fulfill their end, they get rewarded back, but this isn't always guaranteed. So
I just really wanted to put those clips out there. Something's telling me to make this video with the Google Map ad or Google Maps app and the Street View thing, just to really see how many cameras were in that area. But from what I've been researching, I'm seeing that they're showing a whole different pond from the pond that the operation was at and all kind of stuff like that. One of them had a little dock and then one of them didn't. But there is a pond that was right behind their little quota sacker, in the middle of it, behind it or something. I'm gonna think about if I'm gonna do it. But in the meantime, like this video for sure. Subscribe if you want to. And if you do all of that, y'all, definitely hype up the video. If you want to send me a little something for my B-Day, $ Trap House Kitchen 1. It's greatly appreciated. It's my birthday month this month. And yeah, I'm out. Peace.